What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo, and in today's video we're going to be checking out a group that I think I've heard a little bit of on a Twitch live stream that we did, but I'm not quite sure. The group is called Greta Van Fleet. I've definitely heard of them. They're a pretty big group, but I can't recall really what they sound like. So in today's video, we're going to be checking out the song Heat Above. This looks like it was from April of 2021 on Jimmy Kimmel. So I'm super stoked to check this out and kind of see what all of the... There's a lot of momentum behind this band. It's why I know the name of this band. I've heard so many people talk about them. So I guess it only makes sense that we finally check them out. I want to give a huge shout out to Lacey over on Patreon for actually requesting this video. Thank you so much. I'm really stoked to dive in and kind of see what it's about. And I'm really glad that it's a live performance for this. Let's go.
This is their new album, The Battle at Garden's Gate. It comes out Friday with the song Heat Above, Greta Van Fleet.
Okay, I don't even have to get that far into this already to tell you that I love the stage presence of this. Like, just the ambience of this whole thing, it just looks so fucking cool. What? Okay, I fucking love the vocals in this. There's so much just like, so many influences coming out of like the 70s and 80s in this already, and it's so fucking dope. Oh, that high tone is so good. You can tell it's a band that definitely wears their influences on their sleeve in a very positive way. Like, just thinking of so many bands from the 60s and 70s. And what I love about this is, you know, this is from 2021. So you do not hear a lot of bands doing the sound anymore. And if they do, you don't typically hear them on any kind of popular level. So for a group like this to be so big and so popular and stay true to this sound while still bringing a little bit of a modern twist to it, I think there's something to be respected about that. I'm going to keep talking about it. Gonna be so annoying, but I love the vocals so much. Oh my god. It's like a yodel thing he's doing. Ooh. God, and the fucking instruments sound so good, so clear. This is so fucking sick. See, I feel like, I don't know this guy's name, so like I'm not gonna be able to use his name here, but I feel like vocalists that look up to certain eras of music and they're able to actually mimic those sounds and somehow like create this style based off of those sounds, there is not enough appreciation for the level of talent that goes into what this dude is doing right here. And I think that the respect is you should earn the respect, sure, but it is well deserved in this case. Just listen to this fucking note right here. God damn. Oh my God. I'm fucking obsessed. Yo. This guy's vocals are underrated as fuck. God damn. Yes. I just have to say, I am fucking so stoked to be checking this group out. I feel like artists like this these days they don't come around very often. I feel like you don't hear a lot of bands that have a real love and real, I guess, just like, you have to really love this era of music to want to bring it into the current and run with it the way that I feel like they are doing here. Like, you have to have a real passion for this. Only reason being is that these days, this really isn't the style, and I'm saying this, we're talking about Greta Van Fleet, they're obviously very popular, but I mean, for the mass majority of musicians, this isn't the style that I would think immediately when I'm like, oh, how do you make a band be extremely fucking successful? There's a lot of other sounds that really kind of own the radio waves these days, so to say. So for me to hear a band that, you know, I mean, I'm looking at just like the profile picture, this stage setup, the little bit of effects that were happening. It was just screaming like some of these most amazing classic rock bands. Getting all of that kind of happening here, it just really makes me stoked to check this band out, because I feel like, again, genuine love to want to bring this into the modern and run with it and be this, like, let this be your creative outlet the way they are doing here. As much as I loved every single element of this, the vocals here are just top notch. I feel like this is a style of vocal that was honestly so big at one point, and I want more of this. I love these like higher range singers. I feel like there's something really incredible about it, especially when these aggressive notes would come in. He'd get a little bit of that rasp coming in, and then he was using these like yodeling techniques at the same time to like really drive some of these notes. And all of those things, while they're not brand new, like these things were happening in music long before I was born, long before a lot of us were born. The fact that that style is being appreciated and brought back by a group that seems relatively young. Like, to me, this is something that I love to see in music. I love to see essentially bands, quote unquote, carry the torch and allow some of these things to still be big and to get people into these styles, you know, in the masses that maybe haven't heard a lot of this, but listened to Greta Van Fleet and fucking loved the sound. Well, there's so many bands you could dive into that had a similar sound. And I think there's something beautiful to be said about that. Now, again, this live moment, it's weird because like this was still whenever I don't think bands were actually performing at the live shows yet. Like, I think we were still, you know, pretty into the pandemic. So I don't know how much of it was like pre-recorded, but it kind of seemed to me like this was an actual live performance from them. I don't think there was any audio enhancements or anything. That was kind of happening a lot. It's the only reason I bring that up, just because, again, pandemic. But I really felt here like this was all real. And what I love about that is like, even in the guitars were so crisp. Everything was so like, honestly, like shiny and perfect, which worked so well for this. So overall, I am a huge fan, at least with this performance. I don't know if all of their music sounds like this. That's another thing with some of these newer bands, is that they do a lot of styles. So you never quite know what you're going to get, but I'm super hyped to see more of Greta Van Fleet. I think this is really incredible. And judging by the following that they have, I imagine that, they're doing pretty great, and we're going to continue to see more of them. So huge shout out to Lacey over on Patreon for actually requesting this video. Thank you so much for having me dive into Greta Van Fleet. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this group and the style that they're doing. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.